Hi, everyone. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with Burst Into Books. And today I will be reading to you. My name is Adelia Davis, and I am a new author. I'm excited to share two stories with you today. The first is one of my favorites. It's called What If? And then after I read this story, I have a special treat for you. It's the story that I wrote and published recently. So I'll give you all a moment to get settled in. As you can see, I'm ready for bed. I've got my robe, but maybe some of you want to go get a stuffed animal or your favorite blanket, or maybe you get ready for bed with your bonnet, right? We need our bonnet sometimes. So I'll give you a second to go ahead and get settled in, and we'll get started in about 15 seconds. I'm excited to wind down. It's been a long but good Monday, and I hope you all have had a great Monday too, that you've gotten some rest and that you've been able to do some work too. All right, let's go ahead and get started. This first story is called What If? It's written by Samantha Berger and illustrated by Mike Curato. What do you think this story may be about? That could be. We see she's sitting, maybe at a table with her pencil and paper. What if? With a pencil and paper, I write and draw art to create many stories that come from my heart. But what if that pencil one day disappeared? I'd fold up the paper till stories appeared. And what if that paper was no longer there? I'd chisel the table and then carve the chair. And what if there wasn't a chair here at all? I'd chip and I'd peel at the paint on the wall. Oh, wow, she's making art out of whatever she can find. And what if there wasn't a wall anymore? I might build a story from boards in the floor. Without any floor, I could still use the land and sketch out a tale in the dirt with my hand. Wow. 7, 6, 5, 4. I wonder where she's going. Did I skip a page? There we go. I could still shape the leaves. I could still sculpt the snow. I could still plant the flowers and make kingdoms grow. Without any land, I would still use the light, invent shadow stories the sun would ignite. Have you ever tried to make shadow puppets before? That's a good bedtime thing to do. If there was no light, I would still use my voice to sing out my stories, to chant and rejoice. Wow, it looks like a caged bird breaking free and singing. Do you see it? I'd still have my body to twist and to bend, to dance out my stories beginning to end. Do you like to dance? I wonder what your favorite move is. Looks like she has a couple favorite moves. Ooh, what's going to happen next? If I had nothing, but still had my mind. Wow. There'd always be stories to seek and to find. All of it still in her mind. Do you see the unicorn and the birds and the dragons and all the things that come from her beautiful mind? If I know nothing but one bit of fate, as long as I live, I will always create. As long as I live, I will always create. Do you see all the people in their windows creating art in many different ways? The end. I hope this story inspires you all to find your favorite way to create. There are many different ways, not just one. All right, now for our featured story, I am excited to share with you my book. Drum roll, please. We have Nia's Question by Adelia Davis. That's me. Illustrations by Zoe Black. Little Nia stared up at the ceiling this sunny Saturday morning. Daddy was serving waffles, Mama was washing dishes, and her twin brother Noah sat across from her, scribbling pictures of dinosaurs. Baby Noelle sang sweet coos as she pulled at her coiled curls. Daddy, where is God? Nia asked while still searching the ceiling. Daddy froze as he was about to place a waffle on Noah's plate. That's a great question, my love. Why don't you ask God? He said with a gentle smile. Of course, I will ask God, Nia thought with excitement. She climbed down from her chair when no one was looking and started her search in their backyard. In the backyard, Nia saw the swing set where she and Noah became superheroes after school. She saw the big fruit tree and thought of getting full from its treats. Mama's special purple flowers had bloomed because Daddy cares for them each day. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. Nia's eyes widened, and she grinned as she thought up an idea. She wandered out of her backyard and walked and walked and walked until she was on the other side of town. The houses on this block looked like a big gust of wind had threatened to blow them down. She didn't see any flowers, and someone had painted dye on the wall of an apartment building. As Nia was beginning to feel afraid, a group of kids her age ran past her playing cops and robbers. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. This gave Nia the courage to skip and skip and skip until she ended up at the edge of a busy street. She was surrounded by tall buildings and lots of people hurried past her. She saw flashing neon lights in all sizes and shop windows selling any and everything. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. Nia giggled with relief and began to run and run and run until she saw houses made of tin, smelled grilling meat, and heard loud music she couldn't understand. She smiled back at the little girls watching her from their doorstep as a group of boys played soccer in their dirt yard. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. As the little girls were still watching, Nia cartwheeled and cartwheeled and cartwheeled away until she found herself at the tippy top of a green mountain. She saw orange, yellow, and magenta flowers in full bloom, and below her what looked like a network of ants working beside a pool of water. She could only hear the breeze. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. Nia's feet were tired now, so she rolled and rolled and rolled until she was swaying in the bottom of the ocean with a school of fish. She saw pink coral and felt slimy seaweed between her toes. A sea turtle glided right above her head. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. Nia swam and swam and swam until she couldn't swim anymore. Stars twinkled and glistened in the darkness around her. She saw round, colorful balls off in the distance, but she couldn't hear anything. She slowly closed her big brown eyes. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am all around you. When Nia opened her eyes, she was in her bathtub at home. Mama lifted her out of the water and wrapped a warm, fuzzy towel around her. She held her up to the mirror and smiled at her reflection. God, where are you? Nia whispered in her head. I am inside of you. As Mama and Daddy tucked Nia into bed, Daddy asked her, Did you find God today, my sweet child? She whispered as her heavy eyelids began to close. All around us and inside of us. The end. All right. I hope you all enjoyed the stories for tonight. If you would like to hear more about this book and also the work that I do, I am the director and the founder of Story Shifters, where I run volunteer youth programming and have lots of resources on my website, thestoryshifters.com, where you can listen to more stories and look at activities to do that go with the stories. So if you're interested in learning more, volunteering, or collaborating, please check it out. And you'll also learn a little bit more about what got me started. I hope you all enjoyed the book. If you're interested in buying a copy, you can check it out on bookshop.org under Burst Into Books. You can also find it on Amazon and Barnes & Noble websites. I enjoyed reading with you all, and I hope you have sweet, sweet dreams. Good night.